Welcome to Brooks Stadium and a unique environment in college football because when you see the teal field, you know the Chanticleers aren't far behind. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see, the Washington State Cougars taking on the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Chanticleers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Cougars offense will start this game off. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Washington State lines up quickly. Gives it to the back on the draw. Bulls his way forward. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking downfield, it's Potter. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Washington State will have to boot it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Chanticleers send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man, it's Potter. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down. Washington State going quickly.
That's a great job by the wide receiver understanding where the first down marker is. Don't mess around. Don't run 2 yards short. Get to the first down, catch the football, move the sticks, and get an extra set of downs.
Here comes the hurry up.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Nice catch, just past the first down marker, so this drive stays alive. Nice job.
Oh my goodness, he's still moving. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
At the 22-yard line, brings up second down.
The give to the tailback. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs.
Good enough for first down.
Off play action on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking for a man. It's Potter. He's got it. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo!
Washington State.
That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last round.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Potts. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Chanticleers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got through, got to the quarterback, got him on the ground.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
A loss of 6 yards on the play. 3rd down coming up.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats.
7, Coastal Carolina, 0.
They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
The Cougars will hustle to the line.
Brings up 2nd down.
They move the tight end all over. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And 1st down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets away from, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. The shot that clears will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
Dropping back, it's Potter. He finds his man. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Washington State lines up quickly. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw for it. Heaves it deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front the line of scrimmage and help keep these 3rd downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punter.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the ring.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And the shot to clears get it past the sticks.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Working that left side now. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself opening. Nice job between those two.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Using his legs to buy some time. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it pay dividends on that third down.
And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Second and short now after that completion. Scanning the field, it's Potter. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Washington State.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Off he goes. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cougars!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UTSA packed a wallop today. This was supposed to be a major road test, and instead it felt like a stroll down the Riverwalk there in San Antonio. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got 4th down. 4th
down, and the punt team sends it the other way. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Potter. Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on third. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Going up top on first down. Gonna let it fly. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Conway. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They'll run it from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. The Chanticleers have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun, the running back has it. On the move at the 30. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. He's gonna pass. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Washington State going quickly.
Good enough for a first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Handoff from the gun. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Looking to throw, it's Potter. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Cougars.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Hawaii ran roughshod over the competition en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Swings it out to his running back. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. The back goes in motion. After the run, now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Jolly. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a 1st down. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him in the flat. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Potter. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Using his legs, it's Hobbs. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Washington State will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are small.
And they got him for the sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And the shot to clears have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. 5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. They want to just keep throwing it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Potts. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Starts to scramble to the left. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Hold it, offense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. First down for this offense.
Here we go.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Doing a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. At midfield, he's got room. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Tackled on the play. At the 31-yard line.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Running back searching for a hole. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Leaves it with the running back.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. That gives him 100 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. You know, this is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been lack of effort. So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving new guys an opportunity to see the field and just see what they can do.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.